Today we are going to learn how to find mode for continuous series. Let's discuss how to calculate the value of mode for continuous series. It is calculated by using formula L plus Fm minus F1 upon 2 Fm minus F1 minus F2 into I. Here L is the lower limit of modal class, I is the range of modal class, F1 is the frequency of class preceding modal class, means the frequency of class which is present before the modal class. Fm is the frequency of modal class. F2 is the frequency of class succeeding modal class. It means the frequency of class which is present after modal class. Let's solve the problem on mode. First look at the values of frequency and observe which is the highest value here. So you can see that 38 is the highest value of frequency and it lies in class interval 45 to 50. So modal class is 45 to 50. Modal class is the class interval which has maximum frequency. The value of mode is calculated by using formula L plus Fm minus F1 upon 2 Fm minus F2 minus F1 into I. Now find the value of L. L is the lower limit of modal class. Modal class is 45 to 50 and the lower limit of this class interval is 45. So the value of L is 45. Now find the value of Fm. Fm is the frequency of modal class. Here in this data modal class is 45 to 50. So the frequency of modal class is 38. So the value of Fm is 38. Now find the value of F1. F1 is the value of frequency of class interval which is present before the modal class. So the class interval which is present before the modal class is 40 to 45 and the value of frequency for this class interval is 26. So the value of F1 is 26. Now find the value of F2. F2 is the value of frequency of class interval which is present after the modal class. The class interval which is present after the modal class in this data is 50 to 55 and the value of frequency for this class interval is 17. So the value of F2 is 17. Now find the value of I. I is range of modal class and it is the difference of upper limit and lower limit of class interval. So I is calculated by 50 minus 45, that is 5. So the value of I is 5. Now put all these value in formula. 45 plus 38 minus 26 upon 2 into 38 minus 17 minus 26. Now solve this. When you will solve this, you will find the value of mode is 45 plus 1.818 and the final value of mode is 46.818. So in this way you can find the value of mode for group data. Now look at the second question on mode. In this data, the class intervals are not continuous. It means the upper limit of first class interval and the lower limit of second class interval are not same. So first you have to make the class interval continuous. Write down the value of class interval in the first column from the question. Now you have to make class boundary by subtracting 0.5 from the lower class limit and adding 0.5 in the upper class limit. So 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5. 5 plus 0.5 is 5.5. You have to add 0.5 in all the upper class limit of the class interval and you have to subtract 0.5 from the lower limit of the class interval. So in the same way, 6 minus 0.5 is 5.5, 10 plus 0.5 is 10.5, 11 minus 0.5 is 10.5, 15 plus 0.5 is 15.5, 16 minus 0.5 is 15.5, 20 plus 0.5 is 20.5, 21 minus 0.5 is 20.5, 25 plus 0.5 is 25.5. Now these class boundary are continuous. The value of frequency and observe which is the highest value of frequency here, and 32 is the maximum frequency in this data. So the value of maximum frequency is 32, hence the model class is 15.5 to 20.5. Because the value of maximum frequency lie in this class interval, this class interval is called model class. The value of mode is calculated by using formula L plus Fm minus F1 upon 2 Fm minus F2 minus F1 into I. Now find the value of L. L is the lower limit of model class. The lower limit of model class is 15.5. So the value of L is 15.5. Now find the value of Fm. Fm is the frequency of model class. Model class is 15.5 to 20.5 and the frequency of this class interval is 32. So Fm is 32. Now find the value of F1. F1 is the frequency of class interval which is preceding the model class. So the class interval which is present before the model class is 10.5 to 15.5 and the value of frequency for this class interval is 16. So the value of F1 is 16. Now find the value of F2. F2 is the frequency of class interval succeeding the model class or which is present after the model class, and the class interval which is present after the model class is 20.5 to 25.5 and the value of frequency for this class interval is 24. So F2 is equals to 24 and I is the range of model class. So 20.5 minus 15.5 is 5. So the value of I is 5. Now put all these value in the formula. So mode is equals to 15.5 plus 32 minus 16 upon 2 into 32 minus 24 minus 16 into 5. When you solve this, you will find that the value of mode is 18.83.